Hello everybody, it's April 28th, it's a Friday, the year is 2023. I am going out for a random drive around Norwich while I can still slip one in. It's going to be a very rainy weekend. I've never been up here with my drives. I try to cover every road in Norwich. This is private property, Bean Hill Commons. So I'm going to take just a little cruise, short cruise around the Bean Hill Commons just to document, more areas in Norwich that I have yet to cover. I've covered on the road upwards of 90% of the roads and locations. Okay, I'm going to have to back out of here. Or let's see, I'll just turn around right here. Anyways, these are Bean Hill Commons. They were built, 25 years ago or so, quite a while ago. I don't know exactly, but it's something that we can look up on the web. But they look real nice. They're well maintained. And they're up at a pretty decent elevation. I'm on a pretty good size hill. They all have decks out there, and it looks like brand new roof and freshly painted and really nice. There's a good view. Can I go up here? I don't know. Is this one way? Hopefully not. Try to get a decent view. Just in case you might have lived up here at one time. You can take a glance at your old homestead. Steep hill, definitely a steep hill. Okay. There's a road I want to cover. I don't know if it's technically in Norwich or not, but I'll show you. I haven't covered it yet. It's something I've been wanting to do. It won't take long. I'm going to be jumping out on West Town Street. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank in front of us. Bean Hill Spirit Shop to the left. Right down here, if I took a right, it would be the Industrial Park. Okay, so I'm crossing over into Yantic, Connecticut. Ileana's Outdoor Dining to my right. I'm not going to name all the businesses. I mean, it's impossible, but visually, you can take a look. Brick and Basil is there. I've been told that Brick and Basil is going to be moving into the old Yantic River Inn location. That sounds like a real good idea, because right now they're operating out of a kind of a little truck, and it's very popular. Yeah, we're going to do this one road down here, this big UPS truck in the Yantic section, Yantic, Connecticut. This is not going to take long for me to cover, and then I'll just cover other stuff. This is random. I mean, I literally have no idea where I'm going except for this one spot that I've been wanting to nail, so let's do it. Okay, I got to go over a street called Sunnyside Street. Great name. All right, this is I'm going over the Yantic River. This is kind of a cool little bridge. It's one way. Only, one. It's cars can go both ways, but only one car at a time. There's built-in benches. This is an old, legendary, if you look at really old pictures of Yantic and Norwich, that bridge will be featured. There's a cool train trestle to my left. I can't really swing over to look at it, but all right, let's see. Sunnyside Street. We're continuing up. This is where I wanted to go. I got to be real careful going around these corners because it's a very, very tight tight street up here. This hill. Very, very steep hill. I've walked up here. There's a old structure. It's like a round, I don't know what it's called, maybe a lookout tower or something, to my left, straight up. It's on private property now, I think, but it has steps that kind of go around it. Again, this was built in the 1700s, so, but it's really a one of a, I don't know if it's one of a kind, but it's a very one of a kind for Norwich, let's put it that way. It's very unusual lookout tower or whatever. I don't know what it is, frankly. Anyways, man, I'm really working my way up this hill. I'm trying to cover, if you can, hopefully you can see that house to the right, that white house, and the house here directly in front of me. I don't want to bottom out with my car. This is not heavily traveled up here. Okay, there's a house, really nice house down there. But I don't know if this is through traffic, or I'm not, what does this say? Private, I don't know if this thing goes around, or am I on private property? Private drive, residents only, no trespassers. Okay, I have to turn around. But anyways, just so you can get a glimpse at the house there, I gotta back out of here. Maybe that'll make for some interesting footage, as long as I don't back down this cliff. I think I'll be okay. We can't see that Revolutionary War era tower from here, unfortunately. It's kind of covered over with greenery and, you know, big Canadian hemlocks or whatever kind of shrubbery and things that are growing over there, but it would be really, I mean, if you're into that type of, you know, historic, I don't know, kind of historic, architectural, unique structure, I recommend coming up here. You'd have to park, like, see right in front of me. I mean, this is really narrow. Find a place to park on this street and basically walk straight to my right, straight up. You can't miss it. You take a few steps in the woods there, and you'll see that. But this is Sunnyside East Road. I've covered the Sunnyside section up here, the roads and things, before. There's a really cool red barn to my left. I'm going to swing around just to give you a look at it. Right there. I'm sure this person thinks there's a visitor coming, but anyways, that is really beautiful. There's a clock up there, a functional clock on top of that beautiful barn. But anyways, I've covered this up here before, but never all the way up that hill, so I wanted to get that in. Now I'm just going to drive around, and I literally have no idea where I'm going, but again, it's going to rain all weekend. The conditions are really good right now for filming. Let me swing around. I mean, I'm taking my life in my hands here. Look at that. Can you see that trestle? I hope so. I don't want a train to come right now. It would be bad timing. All right, let's go back over this historic Yantic River little bridge. You can see that nice church up on that hill. Straight in front of us, a fire truck just went by. A Yantic volunteer. Whoa, this guy's a little aggressive down here with his driving. UPS truck. A lot of activity down here. There's something going on with a fire truck, so let's get out here and look at it. Let's catch it on video. Can't pass this up. They're backing in. There must have been some kind of an incident or some form of fire or something going on. All right, yeah, let's soak it in. Something happened. These guys are coming back from a gig. Something went down. I don't know what. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. See if I can locate any activity, maybe in tomorrow's paper or whatever. The Yantic River to my right, really nice. This is Fireman's Field. Wow. To the left, Juicy's, used to be Rosie the Bug's Log and Lantern Cafe. Right there. I mean, I'm on top of this thing. Juicy's, clubjuicy's.com. All nude, 18 and over. Yeah, this was a strip club back in the, I don't know, 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Well, not the 70s. Probably the late 80s, 90s. I don't know. But it's no longer operational. There's an old, beautiful factory. Look at that. Look at that smokestack to the right there. I mean, this is really a gorgeous building. I hope somebody rehabs that thing. They were going to make a hotel out of it or something. I don't know. There's that train trestle. Fireman getting out of the fire truck at the beautiful Yantic Fire Department. Yeah, that's cool. We get some interesting footage in there. All right, some beautiful houses directly in front of us. Historic properties. Chapel Hill. I'm on Yantic Road right now. Let's gather up some footage. Do a little road work here, and this weekend will be a washout. I won't be able to do any recording, but I can do some editing, so that'll keep me busy. All right, let's take a left here. Gotta really, really be careful. Cars come flying from all angles right here. All right. And we're going to go over the Yantic River once again. Again, I'm back on West Town Street. Started from here. You know, I should probably pull into... Actually, let me go down. Here's something I haven't covered. Again, I'm trying to cover every conceivable street in Norwich. Let's go down Yantic Flats. I've never been down here. Yantic Flats. There's some businesses down here. What's down here? AC/DC Industrial Electric. Kohler Servicing Dealer. Generac Servicing Dealer. DeGangi Floor Covering Shop. Total Mortgage. Businesses. Camaro Signs. Total Mortgage right here. I'm going to just turn around. Anyways, I've never been down here. We covered that. Put that in the cross that off the bucket list. Yantic Flats. Pretty cool. All right. I think there's a small street down here. I don't know if I can go down. This thing is so small it might not be. Let me see the name of this. Washington Avenue. Let me see if it goes anywhere. No, it's a dirt road that leads to somebody's house, and that's it. So the fact that I don't live down there kind of indicates that I shouldn't be going down there. Let's see. Let me pull into Brick and Basil for 1 second. I just want to visually get a shot of this thing. Right there. That's Brick and Basil. And they're moving to the Yantic River Inn location. It says on the side of the building where the Yantic River Inn used to be, it says, coming soon, future of brick and basil. Good. Actually, let's go behind. Let's go around. This is the old Yantic River Inn. A lot of people used to hang out here, man. Bands and all kind of cool, you know, wedding parties and retirement parties and you name it. Everything was down at the Yantic River Inn. This is the property behind Yantic River Inn. Here is the back of the Yantic River Inn. That is, well, let's get a little closer. All right, check that out. Blazin' Barbecue. Vans all over the place down here. I'm gonna swing around. Man, oh man, this parking lot is huge. I can remember parking like right around here years ago, going into the Yantic River Inn. I've been there many times. Everybody has. If you lived in Norwich and you haven't been to the Yantic River Inn back in the day, you know, the 70s and 80s, whatever, I would be very surprised if you've never been there. Across the street, there used to be a place, when I had a film camera, there used to be a camera shop. Now it's a Subway, some empty retail spaces, hair salon, Yantic River, barber shop. I can't read the sign, but there's some kind of a donut shop down there. Whatever. There's a lot of, you know, cool small businesses down there. Car dealer to my right. Okay, it's 5:30 p.m., by the way, as I go over the Yantic River once again. The ever-present Yantic River. Okay, we're on West Town Street. Once again, traffic will be, I think, fairly elevated at this hour. People are getting out of work. People are getting, you know, finishing up their weekend shopping, whatever. So that'll be kind of good. I like traffic. It makes for more interesting video in many cases. I'll try to mix things up. I've done these streets multiple times on my YouTube video channel. I drive around Norwich. I drive around all over the place, but I concentrate heavily on Norwich, Connecticut. From the vantage point of a camera attached to the center hood of my car. I'm shooting in high definition video right now. And I'm just driving down the road, recording all kind of cool stuff. I'm going to take I'm not gonna. I was going to take a right. See, I don't know what this is wide open, folks. This is, you know, anything goes. Let's take a cruise up Whitman Avenue. Why not? What is this? Moon Convenience Store. American food, Vietnamese food. Brand new, just coming in. I don't even know if they're open, but new business popping in there. As we drive up Whitman Avenue. Speed limit 25 miles per hour. Very heavily wooded right in here. Not 100% sure who owns the property on the left, but this seems to be a lot of, I don't know, you know, buildable land. Okay, now it's getting a little bit more populated up here. On Whitman Avenue. Whitman Avenue is an absolutely beautiful street. I mean, you're right next to all your conveniences in Norwich, but you're in the country. I mean, look at this thing. This is everywhere. I feel like I'm out in the middle of the wilderness somewhere. I'm a minute and a half away from a big shopping center with every store you could ever want, restaurants, you name it, everything. Big, beautiful trees up here, and there's deer all over the place. It's gorgeous. Nice and quiet, minimal amount of traffic. You know, the occasional car goes wafting by, but that's about it. Look at this thing. Should I get on Mediterranean? Nah, keep going. You know what? You know, I'm a little indecisive here. I have 100 choices to make, and I got to make snap decisions. But let's cruise down Mediterranean. I believe it's Lane. Cool house to the left. Kind of a contemporary, beautiful home. Really nice roof on that thing. It doesn't look like a conventional asphalt roof. It might be, I don't know if it's composite material or metal or a gentleman walking up the street here. Okay, let's see. What do we have down here? Yeah, there's kind of like, let's get on Capri Drive. It's a dead end, but if we're going to cover every street in Norwich, we have to get out Capri Drive. It's a very short street. Wow, beautiful homes, big, beautiful ranches, one level. Really nice, right there. There's only 3 houses on this street, and they are absolutely beautiful. Conveniently located, one-level homes. Very beautiful. Okay, now, speed limit's 20, so you got to keep your eyes open. There used to be like cows out here in this field. I don't see any cows out there now. There's deer. You can't see them because they're so far in the distance, but I see one deer out there. Where there's one, there's more. But this area is absolutely loaded with deer. Beautiful deer. This road is new. I think it was repaved maybe a year or two ago. Prior to that, it was real bumpy, potholes all over the place. I got to slow way down. Coming around this corner can get a little dicey if somebody's really... Okay, we're wide open. Look at these beautiful old barns. I mean, get a load of that. You don't see that too often. Something is for sale right there. I can't see it. It's way up on that hill. There's another barn with a mossy kind of roof, you know, something like old colonial times. Look at these old colonial houses. Man, absolutely incredible. Yeah, that's Mediterranean Lane. And directly in front of us is going to be the Norwich Town Green. Right there. Which is obviously gorgeous. I'm going to turn right onto Elm Avenue. Another beautiful historic home built in the 1600s. Not 1700s, not 1800s, 1600s. To the right, again, I'm going to go real slow. Norwich Town Green. Right there. Let me go up this little... I don't even know if this is a... I guess this is a kind of an offshoot of Elm Avenue. A couple of businesses down here. I got to get back on this this street down here. Man, I'm not really 100% sure where to go, but you know, that's part of the mystery and part of the excitement of these drives. Keep the audience in suspense, right? Well, I'm in suspense because I really don't know where I'm going. We'll figure things out as we proceed here. Sweet Mama's, best bakery in Norwich, back there to my right. They just moved to a new location. If you haven't been to Sweet Mama's, I highly recommend it. Off the charts greatness. They cater too, by the way. More exceptional food that they cater. But their baked goods and everything, it's second to none. It's not just the best in Norwich, it's the best anywhere in the area. I don't care where you go. It's phenomenal. That's just a fact. That's not an opinion. That's an accepted fact, consensus fact. As we drive down Washington Street. In April of 2023 in Norwich, Connecticut. Bacchus Hospital to my right. A lot of traffic coming my way in the opposite direction. That's to be expected at this time. It feels like it wants to rain right now, but there hasn't been a drop for the past several hours, so I figured I'd throw the camera on the car and get out there, cover some territory. All right, we're approaching Chelsea Parade. Guy in front of me is from, got an Alabama license plate on there. So we sit here and patiently wait for the red light to turn green. Okay. The trees are budding, the flowers are starting to kick up out of the ground. End of April, May is, days away, so. Wow, beautiful cherry blossoms. I don't know if you can, I'm going to swing around here to the left. I hope you can catch it. Beautiful cherry blossoms on the campus of the gorgeous Norwich Free Academy. Pride and joy of Norwich as we drive down Crescent Street. And we're kind of heading towards Rockwell Street. Let's take a ride up Rockwell and see where that leads us. There's a lot of beautiful homes in Norwich, Connecticut, very historic properties. If you've never been to Norwich and you happen to find yourself passing through, if you can, take a little time to drive around and just look at the architecture in the city and the surrounding area. Everywhere you look, it's just a lot of stunning homes. As we cruise up Rockwell Street, the Rose Garden is up here. Maybe I'll pull in here just very briefly to get a glimpse. Butternut Drive to my left. I've covered that in other videos. Beautiful street. I'm driving real slow. There's nobody behind me, so that's kind of a lucky break. Okay, Mohegan. This is the back entrance to Mohegan Park. There's several entrances, several ways of getting into Mohegan Park. But the Rose Garden is to my left. I'm just going to pull in the parking lot. If you're into flowers, specifically roses, this is one of the best places in the country. And I think when the roses are in bloom, there's some unique, one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime roses grown in here that it's just not to be missed. If you're in the area and you don't go to the Rose Garden, I mean, you're making a big mistake. You just got to go. It's a no-brainer. Just walk around. A lot of weddings there. A lot of weddings held there. All right, let's jump back out on a Rockwell. And Rockwell kicks into Orchard Street. Let's get down Orchard. This is all just, you know, I don't know where I'm going. Things are popping into my mind. This is, you know, kind of a Freudian drive we got going here, but, you know, who knows what we'll run into. We're way up. If you could see through the trees, you really can't. But this is a fantastic view of the top, way up. The city of Norwich is down there, and just, it's beautiful. I mean, as far as I can see, it's a great view. There's a lot of trees, unfortunately, from the road. You have to get beyond those trees to really see clearly that beautiful view. So we make our way down here to the end of Orchard Street. Okay, now, where am I going? I'm going to take a right. And what does that do for me? That puts me on to, right now, as I stall for time, waiting for my GPS to kick in, Baltic Street. All right, we're on Baltic Street. Well, let's do some other streets in the Greenville area. Green light, wow. Sometimes you get lucky, folks. I'm going to go up Oak Ridge Street because they paved it, I don't know, a year or two ago. And prior to that, it was, I mean, this is one of the steepest hills going down this hill, or coming up, worse in the winter. It's really brutal. But look at that. They've really fixed up these houses, and everything is being rehabbed, and it's fantastic. All right, here's that hill. Straight down. Look at that. You get a good view right there. This is nice in the fall. You can look out and see all the foliage. Some young woman walking her beautiful white dog on the left-hand side over there. Valley Street to my right. It's a dead end. There's really no sense going up Valley because, let me get on Silver Street. I'm on Silver Street right now. And on Silver Street is a silver house right there. I mean, it's painted silver. These are all the elements, like, now I'm going on to Copper Street, off of, you know, the metal, silver, copper, you know, that type of thing. There's a Golden Street attached to this. It's all, you know, whoever thought that idea up when they were naming these things was a genius. I mean, it's beautiful. 2-car garage down here for somebody. Nice. Divine Providence Church. This is, now I'm on Ore Street. Not a specific metal, but, you know, ore, iron ore and everything. Directly in front of us, Divine Providence Church. Polish National Catholic Church. Many years ago, Father Urban was the gentleman in charge of the flock at that church. And we are now on, if I'm not mistaken, Golden Street. Yes. This is Golden Street. Convent Street to my right. I'm in Greenville. I mean, I'm going to do let's go up to Greenville School. It's not there, but This is tricky because I got guys stopped to my left over there and people waving me on, so I got to be real careful. Okay, I'm cruising up to what used to be Greenville Elementary School, right smack in front of us. It would be right there, this stop sign. Right up there would have been, used to be, Greenville School. Right there. Wow, I'm going to just turn around up here, but let me swing way around. Now they have like a kid's, I don't know, some kind of a playground. There's stairs leading up to something, I don't know what. Let's get the view up here. There's a playground to the right, but right in front of us would have been Greenville School. It's not there. It's been knocked down. Completely eradicated from the planet. It's gone. Demolition was very successful because there's nothing left but blades of grass. All right, let's get a look down this hill. Okay. Look at that. All right, let me take a left onto Howard Street. All freshly paved within the last, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 years, whatever. They're flawless. It's a pleasure driving on these streets. And again, there are beautiful old homes. Wow, there's a big project going on to my right. Beautiful old homes everywhere. Whoa, they're doing work on this. I'm glad I'm getting this in. A little historic footage. All this footage is historic, I mean, just by definition, I mean. But St. Mary's Church in front of us, I think that's St. Mary's, is getting some kind of a makeover, apparently. Or, you know, whether it be repair, restoration. There it is. So if somebody's looking at this way in the future and the church is still standing, hopefully, there was some repair work going on at this time in 2023. Let's jump out onto, that's Prospect Street back there, by the way. Let's jump out onto Central Avenue. We'll head down to the city. And that's it. We're on Central Avenue right now. Slowly driving down the street, recording video footage. There's that woman with the white dog again. What a nice long walk she's taken. Norwich Department of Norwich Public Utilities back there to my left. The old Polish club there to my right. Way back in the old days, apparently Norwich Tech was in those buildings to my left. Norwich Pizza Palace to my right. They've been there forever. Decades. Yeah, these buildings right to my left, right here, these red brick buildings used to be. Somebody, I was told, part of that was Norwich Tech. Maybe the whole thing, I don't know. And, oh, there were other popular little restaurants in here back in the old days. The names escape me at the moment, but let's go into the city. We're going to go right into the heart of Norwich, Connecticut, the city. To our right is Amazing Furniture and Sleep Shop. The viaduct if I went straight. I've been over that a million times. You know what? I've been in through Norwich many, many, many times, but I've never been through Norwich on a day like today, like literally today. Late April 2023, with a temperature of 58 degrees, and here it is. We're coming right into this thing. Gonna hit that rotary down here. I'm gonna go right around the entire rotary. I always do. Right in a circle. No traffic at all. Make a full circle right around this rotary. Get you a 360 panoramic view of this city. There's a few people down here at the moment. And we're going to go up Bath Street. We've been up Bath Street once or twice before in my videos. You can see the courthouse lit up, and I did one in the winter, and they had the Christmas lights, and it's beautiful. I might have a couple of videos featuring those lights. Definitely worth checking out if you're into this type of, you know, video of a guy driving around recording everything in front of him. There's that big, beautiful mural by Ben Keller done in 2022. It's stunning. The guy's a masterful artist. I'm at a red light. Directly across from us is the Shannon building. It's beautiful. It's made out of a kind of a yellowish brick. And it's been there for a long, long time. Early 1900s, maybe 1909 or something. I'm not positive, but it's been around. That building has seen a lot of history. It did burn down prior to that. The original building burned to the ground, but it was replaced with that Shannon building right there. Choices. Go left. Why? Why not? You know, I got it. I'm here. I'm near the marina. So what do? I gotta go. I always, whenever I'm near the Howard T. Brown Memorial Park, the marina area, the harbor. Oh, wow. Okay. The Amistad is down here. The famous ship is docked right now in the Norwich harbor. So I'm going to do a little cruise around that. When that light turns green, I'll do a little cruise around the Howard T. Brown Memorial Park area. And if I can swing back and point this thing out toward the Amistad, we'll get a look at it. I mean, that's pretty cool. Not 100% sure how long it's going to be here, but if you're watching this video right now and it's still there, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a sight to see. Hopefully I can line this thing up. We can get a look at it. But right now, let's cruise briefly around this parking lot. There's a truck down here selling food. I think there's people fishing down here. Yep, a lot of people like to fish in this area. In this area last year there was a dolphin Somebody captured the video of a dolphin down here with their cell phone. There's the harbor. Let's see if I can pull in down here. Get a look at this thing. That's what it looks like right now. Late April 2023. Very overcast day. Kind of calm out there. That's kind of nice. People fishing. There's ducks out there. All kind of birds and everything. All right, let's go down and see the Amistad. We'll try. People like to come down here, sit down, maybe get something from this food truck, grab a bench or a nice place to sit, and look out at the water. All right, I guess I have to back in and point this thing. There's people down here. I got to be careful. Point this thing out towards that Amistad. There it is. Actually, let me go way down the end here. And I can back in. That is absolute. There's a guy with a dog on his shoulders. I mean, that's cool. All right, this guy's taking my parking. Well, there's two parking places. Good. He's backing in. I'm going to back in. This is my only way out of here, by the way. And then I can get a look at that Amistad. I'm just turning around, folks. Okay, right there is the Amistad. The gentleman with a bike, but there it is. Beautiful Amistad. There are people down here looking at it, that's for sure. It's definitely an attraction. And we got right on red laws in this state, so that's what we're going to take advantage of. We got another red light. This will give us a chance to take a good look at some of those beautiful buildings in Norwich, Connecticut, right smack in front of us. I mean, I'm on Chelsea Harbor Drive. The cars going from right to left right now are going down Water Street. Way off in the distance is the Mohegan Hotel. It's common knowledge by now that everybody knows that Abraham Lincoln once stayed in that building and spoke there, campaigning for president. So yeah, this town has some history. Big time. Important history. This light has a tendency to linger, but traffic seems to be dying down a little bit, so I'm not too worried about any of it. Castle Church directly in front of us used to be the Norwich Savings Society, then People's Bank. There's a decent number of people down walking around Norwich today. There's the guy right there to the left. He's got a dog on his shoulder. That's interesting. Done these roads so many times that there's Thames Plaza in front of us. Right there. Right directly in front of us is Thames Plaza. If you ever worked there or whatever, there it is. It's still there. On the right is Strange Brew Pub. They have live bands up there. It used to be Chelsea. What was the name of that? Chelsea something restaurant. But now it's Strange Brew Pub. They have live music, and it's a great place to go. If you live in Norwich, you got to go there. Or if you live anywhere in the area, they have great bands. I mean, you can really have a lot of fun. All right, let's change course here. Sometimes decisions are made for me. Christ Episcopal Church to my left. Okay, I've done the School Street area. I've done all these areas, but take a look around here. Maple Grove Avenue to my left. I recently covered that. Pretty comprehensive. Let's go up Buckingham Avenue. I'm going down Buckingham Avenue. Buckingham Avenue is arguably the steepest hill in Norwich. I'm really going to go slow. Again, the video might not do it justice, but it feels like I'm going straight up. Like, almost like a 90-degree angle. I mean, the car, the transmission is shifting, and right here, I've walked this thing before. I walked up it. It's, you got to lean forward, otherwise you're going to just roll right over. I mean, this is a really, really tall, steep hill, but it levels off up here, this Buckingham Avenue, and it leads out onto Cedar Street. And if you go up Cedar Street, which I do quite a bit because I like driving up Cedar Street because there's a good payoff. There's a really nice view up the road a little bit, which I will show you momentarily. More historic properties up here, left and right. Happy Street to my right. I love the name of that. Happy Street. Hopefully, if you live on Happy Street, you're happy. All right, there the beautiful view kicks in right there. And there's really nice, like, condos and houses and stuff up here with an incredible view. I mean, look at that thing. Trying to take this as slow as possible. Now, again, this is a very wide-angle lens, so you're getting, a kind of a distant view of this. To the naked eye, it's much more beautiful than what you're seeing right now, but it's all I can do. All right, let's see. I'm going to work my way out of here. But if you live up here, man, you got a view and a half. I'm on School Street. Then I'm going to go down. It's a dead end. I'm going to go down Schoolhouse Lane. And I think that puts me on Church Street. This is another unbelievably steep hill. Straight down. I got new brakes recently, so I'm not worried about it. It's a one-way street. I got to go left. But there's a payoff. It's worth coming down this way. I recommend coming down here and getting out of your car and walking around and just looking at the old historic properties. There's City Hall, built in 1873, right there. Look at that beautiful building. It's in immaculate condition, too. The city keeps that thing pristine at all times. All right, I'm working my way. I'm weaving here and bobbing there. And Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go? I'm running out of time here. I think I'll go down Willow Street to take this right. There's a guy talking on a cell phone directly in front of me. Okay, yeah, I'll go straight. Chestnut Street. If I took a right or a left, it'd be Chestnut Street. But I'm going straight. Going to continue down Willow. I'll take a left. Police officer going from left to right directly in front of us there. Okay, we can get another look at one of those new murals. Right there to our right. Right there. Brand new mural. Stay golden, it says. Sometimes when I drive, I noticed in a few of my other videos, I said I'm going to take a left, or I'm going to take a right, and I actually did the opposite. I went left to right. I do this on the fly. This is all recorded in real time, no editing out video or anything like that. So mistakes will be made. That's human nature. I mean, nobody's going to do one of these, hour-long videos and not make a mistake or say something that's not 100% accurate. But I'm doing the best I can. As I drive up Franklin Street, which morphs into, if I'm not mistaken, yes, I am correct, McKinley Avenue. So we are now on McKinley Avenue. Spalding Street to my right. Warren Street is to my right. Perkins Avenue is to my left. Historic homes on both sides of the street. All the trees are flowering in the area. It's beautiful. We got a little time, not much. Darkness will be descending. This camera, I've explained this in other videos, but it compensates for, if it starts getting darker to the naked eye, to me, driving it, it looks like it's dark. But the camera compensates for that to keep everything at kind of a steady visual level with regards to brightness. So it's getting darker right now. But to you guys watching this thing, you probably haven't noticed much of a change in lighting conditions at all as I head up. That was McKinley Avenue Extension. I am now on Reynolds Road right now. There's a street up here I've not gone on, and I think I'll do it. Maybe I'll regret it. I have no idea, but I'm trying to cover all the streets in Norwich, and for me to do that means that I have to go up this street right here, this dead end. Carroll Heights. Let's see what we got. Carroll Heights. I may have been up here on one of my drives. I don't recall coming up here. The only people that really come up Carroll Heights are people that live here. Or visitors, obviously, to the folks that live here. But there's only a couple houses up here, I think. 1, 2, let's see. Can I go straight? No, it ends. So I got to turn around this person's driveway here. So this is kind of a dead end. But it's definitely kind of a neat area, real secluded. you know, no through traffic. I mean, it's close to all the cool, you know, stores and NFA and Mohegan Park and all that. A little bumpy, this road. Carroll Heights. But this brings us back out onto Reynolds Road. This Reynolds Road is a big hill. And people, you know, NFA students and people that like to run, do track and field and stuff, and long distance runners like to run up Reynolds Road. That's one of the big challenges in Norwich, running up Reynolds Road. There's another street to my right. Yeah, here it is. Indian Spring Lane. I don't think I've ever covered this on these drives that I do. I might have. I mean, I've done so many of these drives that I may have covered this thing. I don't know. But I'm definitely covering it now. There's some really nice homes up here. Again, people, you know, looking out their window or whatever, they see me driving up here, they're probably thinking, who's this guy? He doesn't live up here. Again, nice houses, but it's a dead end. So I got to turn around. Let's see, I'm going to get everything I can get in here. Yeah, okay, this is some home, so I got to turn around back into this guy's driveway. I might have covered this before. I don't know. Wow, the guy over there has a built-in pool. Beautiful house. Fully loaded with central air conditioning. And really, really nice. Again, this is kind of another bumpy road. There's a branch in the street. I'm going to drive around this thing. Okay, and this will bring us back out onto Reynolds Road. And if I go straight across, which I will be on Montgomery Lane. Yeah, there's some cool houses on... There's cool houses everywhere in Norwich. But Montgomery Lane... At one time, you know, for people that built a home on Montgomery Lane, you had to have some bucks, okay? I mean, that house directly in front of us right there, to the left slightly, that brick house, that ranch, that cost some money to build that home. It's beautiful. This is going to bring us out onto, let's see, Mohegan. Is it Lane? Let me wait for the GPS to fire up here. Mohegan Road. Wow, they put a new tennis court. I haven't been up here in a little while. It looks like, it's cement. I'm assuming, well, hopefully it's a tennis court. If not, then it's going to be some athletic field of some sort. Norwich Youth and Family Services to my right. Rec field, which is really Dickerman Field. The NFA Wildcats play up here, among other baseball teams. There's kids playing basketball on the Robert W. Spain basketball courts. Yeah, let me go straight. I was going to go through Mohegan Park. I have comprehensive coverage of Mohegan Park on my several other videos. It is getting darker right now. So I'm going to forego Mohegan Park, because that would take a little bit of time, and it might get too dark. The big towers, I don't know if you can see them on this video, if it's high res enough. The three giant towers in the sky up there are for WICH radio station. I'm on Mahan Drive. Kelly Middle School is back there, and Norwich Regional Vocational Technical School, which is a state-of-the-art, beautiful high school back there. All right, let's go on. This is Ox Hill Road. Let's go on Ox Hill Lane. Another nice residential neighborhood back here. All right, I'll go up. I've done it before, but it's been a while. Let's take a ride up. It's 2 seconds up the road. Get a look at WICH radio headquarters right in front of us as we slowly cruise up the street. Right there, it says WICH, WCTY, WNLC, and WKNL, all right there. And the towers are in the background. All right, let me get right up to this thing. Somebody must be broadcasting in there. There it is. That's about as good a shot as... I mean, I'm using my car, okay, as a camera. It's a car, but I point it at things, and I mean, this is, you know, it's kind of a wild experience if you ever want to do these videos. Send me a message or whatever. I'll tell you exactly what to buy, all the components you need. It's not that expensive. You don't have to go crazy top of the line stuff. You just, I mean, you need a durable camera that records video, and if you want to narrate like I'm doing now and talk, then you got to get a recording device. You can use your iPhone. So, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not complicated. Where do I want to go now? I may as well go right. You gotta, you know, think on the fly when you're on these drives. Now I'm on Harland Road. I'm going up Harland Road right now. It's 6:20 right now. Okay, so it is, darkness is going to be descending. So this video is, again, a very random, I mean, I covered some serious territory. You know, I mean, this is major league. I don't know what the final count on time on this full length of this video is going to be, but it's going to be substantial. I'm on Wayne Street, by the way. More beautiful houses. Norwich, guys, I'm telling you, if you're not from Norwich, take a drive around and look at all the houses and all the architecture. It's from anything from ultra-modern built, you know, currently being built, to the 1600s and everything in between, okay? So, I mean, it's all here. Really good schools in Norwich. Absolutely gorgeous Mohegan Park. Beautiful library. I mean, there's a lot of nice stuff. And historic cemeteries. I mean, you could just go to town on cemeteries. It would take you forever to, you know, to investigate all these things and the names, the history. We're going to jump out onto, we're on Stewart Road. We're going to jump out onto Canterbury Turnpike. And I got to be real careful coming out of this thing. All right, no problem. Canterbury Turnpike, an absolutely lovely street. Wow, big, look like a turkey vulture or something back there to my right. you know, this video, again, it's a very wide angle lens. I try to capture as much of the scenery in front of me as I can. So if a turkey vulture is on the side of the road, you might be able to get a glimpse of it, but these wide lenses tend to push things, you know, way out into the distance, which enables you to see more. It doesn't compress. A telephoto lens would compress what's in front of you and kind of squish it together. This kind of widens it out. But the nature of these videos is to get in as much, you know, territory left, right, up, down as humanly possible. So we sacrifice sometimes on missing out on things like, you know, that nice turkey vulture back there. But we do get to see Canterbury Turnpike like we're doing right now, and it's looking real good. Very beautiful homes on both sides of the street. I got to figure out a way to wind down this this video, so I think I'll I'm going to jump on a Scotland Road. I mean, I can do anything I want. I'm going to jump onto Scotland Road. That's where we are right now. We find ourselves cruising up from the beginning. Wow, there's a house back there, 1747. Whoa, that's an oldie. We find ourselves cruising up Scotland Road. Huntington Lane to my left. But we're not going to get down Huntington Lane. We're going to go up Scotland Road. I've done it before, but again, never in late April of 2023. This is a unique perspective, this time of this season. The growth in the trees, some of the changes in the houses that we drive by. I'm trying to preserve as much as I can for the future, for future generations to watch these videos, or for folks that want to study what things were like back in, you know, the 2000s, since I've been recording these videos. I mean, I'm putting in a lot of hours, hours and hours and hours of footage that people can look at, and just tons of miles and miles and miles covered. Wow, more new construction going on. Wow, really nice big house back there. Brand new construction. It's not done yet. This one on the left, somebody bought it. But if you ever lived on Scotland Road, here's what it looks like today. 2023. Wallstone Lane back there on my left. As we cruise peacefully, gently, quietly up this absolutely beautiful street. And I'm going to take a left onto Case Street. Back in the old days when I was a kid, if you lived on Case Street, people thought, wow, that's impressive. You gotta have, you gotta have some serious money to buy one of those houses up on Case Street. And all these years later, it's still just as beautiful. Properties are maintained. Immaculate condition. Pride of ownership is clearly obvious when you drive down the street. I've walked up here. There's no sidewalks, but there's not a lot of traffic, so you can take your time. And right now, right in the heart of the dead center of K Street. Look at those beautiful trees. Speed limit on K Street is 25 miles per hour. And from what I can tell, people do follow that fairly closely. They may hit 30, they may hit 35, but I don't see any speeding on this street. Folks, we're gonna have to conclude this video here in a couple of minutes. It's getting dark. I'm gonna run out of battery power and storage space and everything if I keep driving. So we're gonna have to close up shop. We're gonna have to shut the operation down. We're gonna have to end this journey that we've been on here as we drive down the end of K Street in Norwich, Connecticut, April 2023. I'm glad you came along with me on this drive, and I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope maybe you see your old house that you used to live in, or it brought back some good memories. But this is the end. We're hitting a red light, and that's it. Thanks for joining me, folks.